Furry sister expects us to call her CATSELF and started meowing at us over dinner when we didn't, and now my parents want to disown her. My sister became a furry about 3 months ago out of the blue, and this really concerned me as well as my parents. We tried to ask her if anything was up, but she stated that she just felt like an animal, specifically a cat. She started buying a lot of things, such as large stuffed cat tails and attaching them to herself, and she also bought cat ears which she walked around with. She even went to school that way, and this resulted in her getting bullied by her classmates. We tried to talk to her, but she said she didn't care about the bullying. She was living her truth and other people were jealous of her bravery. I remember one night I went downstairs to get some water when I caught her on all fours drinking milk out of a bowl, and being super concerned I asked her what she was doing. She was wearing her tail and ears. When I asked her, she turned around to me and didn't say anything, instead turning back continuing to drink out of the bowl on all fours. I told my parents about it the next day and we all confronted her. It was there that she told us she is a cat and wants to be treated like one. She expects to be bought and served cat food. My parents, thinking it would be good to give her cat food so she throws it up once and stops this nonsense, gave her cat food the next day. She ate it, genuinely seemed to like it, but threw up cat night. The next day I asked her about it and if she changed her mind on the cat food, but she said no, she was only getting used to it and it would take time for her body to adjust. That was 3 weeks ago and she has been eating cat food since. My parents don't buy it for her, but considering we have 3 cats she always gets her hands on some. She has tried sleeping next to the cats but wasn't able due to one of them clawing her arm when she tried to sleep on top of one. She tried to come downstairs unclothed. In only a tail and her cat tails once because cats don't have clothes, but my parents yelled at her to get dressed. Her madness culminated over dinner last night. She was on the floor next to us eating cat food and my parents and I were allowed discussing what we should do with her. She seemed to pay no attention until my parents mentioned her name. That's when she interrupted. She stated that she no longer identifies as a human and would like her name to be Mrs. Whiskers. She told us we can refer to her as that or as CATSELF. My dad shot up and told her no, we will not be continuing her degeneracy anymore and yelled at her that she is going to therapy. My sister meowed at him in response and walked away on all fours. My mom right after asked my dad if he thinks they should just disown her. I piped in with a joke about giving her to the animal shelter, but my parents looked at me like I was out of pocket.